This concept is crucial in understanding human behavior, particularly in our personal and social interactions. So, let's dive right in and break down what this relationship means in everyday language. The relationship between narcissism and empathy deficits refers to the connection between narcissistic tendencies and the inability to empathize with others. Narcissism is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. When we talk about empathy deficits, we're referring to the difficulty in understanding and sharing the feelings of others. This concept has been extensively studied in psychology, with roots dating back to Freud's work on narcissistic personality disorder. From a theoretical perspective, psychodynamic theory suggests that narcissism is a defense mechanism that arises from childhood experiences, such as excessive praise or neglect. This can lead to an unstable sense of self, causing individuals to seek constant validation and admiration from others. Cognitive behavioral theory, on the other hand, proposes that narcissistic tendencies are learned behaviors shaped by our environment and interactions with others. Key researchers like Heinz Kohut and Otto Kernberg have contributed significantly to our understanding of narcissistic personality disorder and its relationship with empathy deficits. Recent research has shed more light on the relationship between narcissism and empathy deficits. Studies using neuroimaging techniques have found that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder tend to have reduced activity in brain regions associated with empathy, such as the mirror neuron system. This suggests a neurological basis for empathy deficits in narcissistic individuals. Other research has explored the role of parenting styles, social media use, and cultural factors in shaping narcissistic tendencies and empathy levels. So, how can understanding the relationship between narcissism and empathy deficits help us in our everyday lives? For one, it can improve our relationships by recognizing when someone's narcissistic behavior is hindering their ability to empathize with us. We can also use this knowledge to develop more effective communication strategies, such as active listening and emotional validation. Additionally, being aware of our own narcissistic tendencies can help us become more empathetic and understanding towards others. Therapeutic approaches like psychodynamic therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy have been shown to be effective in addressing empathy deficits associated with narcissism. These therapies focus on helping individuals develop a more stable sense of self, recognize and challenge their narcissistic thoughts and behaviors, and cultivate empathy through role-playing and social skills training. To illustrate the relationship between narcissism and empathy deficits in action, consider the example of a manager who consistently prioritizes their own needs over those of their team members. This behavior can lead to burnout and resentment among employees, ultimately affecting the team's productivity and morale. By recognizing the narcissistic tendencies underlying this behavior, we can develop strategies to address the issue, such as providing feedback and encouraging more empathetic leadership practices. In conclusion, the relationship between narcissism and empathy deficits is a complex psychological phenomenon with significant implications for our personal and social lives. By understanding the theoretical underpinnings, research findings, and real-world applications of this concept, we can foster greater empathy and compassion in our interactions with others. Remember that recognizing narcissistic tendencies in ourselves or others is not about judgment, but about promoting personal growth and more harmonious relationships. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. How can you cultivate empathy and understanding in your own life, particularly when interacting with individuals who may struggle with narcissism? Take a moment to reflect on this question and consider how you can apply the insights from today's episode to improve your relationships and communication skills. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.